The Brethren of Chaos podcast.
Welcome to the next episode of the Brethren of Chaos podcast. 49,
49?
I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes at this point, isn't it?
Is it too many?
No. Considering, started this when?
Over a year ago, was it? Over a year.
So, really, when you think about it, 50's...
Well, how many weeks is there in a year? 52.
Yeah.
So we're nearly up to one a week for a year.
Yeah, that's good. That's what we aimed for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you kept it going when I fucked off. You know what I mean?
That's
and
it, I guess, yeah.
You smashed it. Got guests, everything. You kept it going. You're holding down the pod.
Holding the fort.
Holding down the fort.
So, anybody listening, check out the socials. Instagram. That's it, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
I keep saying I'm making a Facebook, but...
Well, check out the last episode we did with El Raf.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Did you?
It is a good listen.
I listened to it about 10 minutes. I need to go back and listen to it. Earl said he got, as soon as he got sent it over, he just battered it out straight away and listened to it.
Binge listen to it.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's a funny one. Part 1, though.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Of who knows how many.
Well, he kept saying to me, he was like, I could have gone for ages, and I was dying by 2 hours.
You were done.
You heard me on the pod slowly become
You were logging off.
I was logging off. I think 2 hours is a cut-off point for everything.
I think you got to think about the listeners as well, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. No one's listening to a 4-hour pod. Do you know what I mean? Fuck that. I don't even listen to a 4-hour pod or anything like that. So
some people could fall asleep to it, going into the deep in the subconscious.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking about shit.
Yeah. I think 30 minutes is 30 minutes is definitely too short.
Yeah.
An hour is the sweet point, which you want.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours is a longer form of a podcast.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I used to listen to wrestling podcasts that were going on for 3 hours, and 4 of them.
Would you fast forward?
No, not fast forward, but 4 of them. 4 podcasts.
I see. Oh, 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them.
What?
Yeah.
In a row?
Not in a row, but throughout the week.
Yeah,
Throughout the week, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's some decent hours, that.
I know. Well, we did our podcast, my wrestling podcast, for about we got to 180 episodes, something like that.
No, that's big numbers, that.
Yeah, that was
big.
That was heavy. Yeah.
Large numbers there.
Yeah.
Maybe this could get to that. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you reckon?
Who says we can't?
I think somebody should listen to this and fast forward. And like I said, just
just stick 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
What our voices are like.
That's what people do with audiobooks and stuff like that. They tell you. Yeah.
Get through it. I did watch the last season of what's the fucking Stranger Things. I haven't even seen the 3rd season, but it's the 4th season. I watched that in fast forward.
You watched a TV show in fast forward?
Yeah, the whole season.
That's insane.
Because I just couldn't be bothered. Because I hadn't seen the 3rd one. So I couldn't be bothered committing to it properly.
To the 3rd one.
And then I watched a bit of it in fast forward, the 4th one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just fucking carry on. Just binge watching.
How do you do it in fast forward? Is there a toggle or something on your remote?
Yeah. You know when you leave it?
Oh.
You can leave it on...
I didn't know you could do that.
What is it, 1.5 or something?
Oh, can you do... Is that on Netflix?
Yes. And you just left it, and you just watch it. I did pause it on all the Eddie bits.
Oh, Eddie was sick.
That was the reason why I was watching it.
Because of Eddie?
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I first watched that, and it came up with his intro, and it was the Cramps, Human Fly or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. I was proper going for it in my bedroom.
He is a good character, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's just a standard Dungeons and Dragons fucking gay boy.
Standard D&D nerd.
Yeah, standard D&D nerd. I know a lot of them.
Too many of them.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
On the socials. Get on the socials. The YouTube. The episodes on YouTube are about 3 or 4 episodes behind what's been released.
People are not listening. I mean, it's not really too much of a...
Yeah, it's just pick and choose, isn't it, really?
I think you could even sack it off until you get YouTube video, until we start doing the videos.
Put them on.
Yeah. If you can't be out, because uploading it to YouTube is not... It's like, once you click the button on the Spotify uploader thing, sends it to everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
We are getting quite a lot of listens on YouTube now, though.
Are we?
Past few has been ramped up a lot.
Oh shit. Oh, maybe
So I don't
not.
know what's going on.
Don't know. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, there's no pressure. There's no danger for anything.
What have you been up to this week, Steve?
Oh, I went to a death metal concert on
I
Friday.
saw on your story.
Cannibal Corpse.
I mean, yeah, I was going through, and I was like, "Where's Steve? Cannibal Corpse." So I was like, "Sounds about right for Steve."
Some brutal stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I did say on Earl's podcast, like, I'm into music. I listen to anything.
Yes.
But for some reason, I can only watch live death metal.
Yeah, you did mention that.
I'm not about like heavy metal or like normal metal, but like
Death metal.
like extreme metal is the only thing I can watch live music. I don't know why.
How come? Just no reason. Have you been to any others? Like, and it's just not hit the right spot.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem to draw me in.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. It must be I think it's everything from the technicality of playing it, the technical side of playing it, and watching them play it.
That's interesting.
And then all the mosh pits.
Oh yeah.
Full
Did you get in the mosh pits?
Oh, I was in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love a good mosh pit.
I was in for an hour straight.
Was you?
I was like, fucking hell, I'm done.
Fuck, man.
But I had DOMs the day after.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking bouncing around, pushing into people.
Shit.
Feel it in my arms. I was like, fucking
Oh yeah.
hell.
Oh, there's nothing. I love a good mosh.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Is that your best mosh, or when's your? If you're listing all your best moshes, what's the?
I think that one.
That one was the best one.
Yeah. It was brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did. It was we got I don't know if we should say. I don't know if I could say it on the podcast. Maybe I'll try and say it without getting anybody in trouble.
Steve killed a child.
In the pit.
Yeah. In the pit.
Brought it to the pit.
Yeah. He's under
Swinging
investigation now. So, just for I'm sorry, Steve. I had to put it out there.
You have to tell the listeners.
Yeah.
They have to know.
Yeah. Well, we can. You can mention it after.
Oh no, I think I can mention it.
Yeah.
So basically, me and Matt.
Yeah.
I go to gigs with Matt.
Yeah.
People know Matt from Blind Wave, play the music with. He's on most of my vlogs. But so basically we were going to Cannibal Corpse, and in the day he got sold out. We didn't have tickets.
Oh shit.
And we weren't buying tickets because last time we seen Cannibal Corpse,
yeah,
they were in, was the Ritz. They're in somewhere else, a smaller venue, with a bigger support band, and they didn't get sold out. So we were thinking, right, so they've gone to a bigger venue, and they've got a smaller support bands. Surely there couldn't be more people going. You know, to have a sellout, but for some reason it sold out. I'm like,
wow.
Oh, fucking hell. So then Matt, he knows loads of ticket touts because he goes so many gigs. He's got like ticket touts on speed dial to sort him out. So he rang one of his mates and he was like, I'm at Michael Bublé tonight. I can't help you.
Oh my god.
I was like,
what an odd concert.
Yeah. I was like, I don't fancy going that. When we could be going Cannibal Corpse, I don't want to go Michael Bublé.
Fair play.
But he got on to one of his mates and he rang us and we met him outside. And basically, he smuggled us in.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Into where was it? Where was it?
I won't say the venue. I don't want anybody.
What was it? Was it? What? Where was it? In Liverpool or
in Manchester? One of the places.
I think I might know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want any doormen getting in trouble.
I saw some of the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, some I know. That's cool though.
Yeah. Smuggled
Snuck
in
through in the back. High vis.
We paid. It was literally like a smuggling as well.
Really?
Like passed through everybody, heads down. Like
shit
down the side.
That's so cool.
It felt pretty good. And thing is, everyone who's lining up for the who had the tickets normally.
Yeah.
They were lining up, and the queue was fucking massive.
Was it?
Like at least an hour wait for everybody. And I was thinking, we didn't even pay double the price to get smuggled in. And I was like, I'm happy to pay that to not line up in that queue.
I mean, yeah, 100%. It's like a fast pass.
Yeah,
like for
literally.
fucking for that.
Straight in.
Yeah.
So that was a brutal night.
Sick.
That was brutal. And then I got my brother to pick me up.
Yeah.
But his sat nav broke.
Oh.
So he was lost. We were lost in Manchester for ages trying to drive out. And then what made it even more weird was Matt wasn't going home. It was record store day. So he was going. So the night finished, Cannibal Corpse, went back to St. Helens, and dropped Matt off at Kaleidoscope Records to line up for the whole night.
Oh, you're joking?
To get his records in the
in
morning.
town?
Yeah. I was like, what
kind of records?
I'm not sure what he got. He got, Oh, I'm not sure actually. I forgot. But it was quite a few varied ones they had.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was funny that.
I mean, yeah, just dropping them off. Yeah, here you go, stay all night.
I was talking to him for a while. There was another guy there, stood with him. This was about 3 a.m. It was just him and another guy in the line so far. I went talking to Paul from Tank across the road.
Oh, yeah.
We were watching everybody in the street.
You love when people watch, don't you?
It's fucking great, isn't it?
It's good, it's good. It's very fun, especially in St. Helens.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
You can't do it in fucking, I don't know, Ailes. Well, you probably could do it in Aylesbury, but you can't do it in York or something like that.
No.
You know, not much is happening.
Well, tell the listeners about your experience in St. Helens.
Oh, well.
You're going getting food, and what's the first thing
I was going getting food late at night, about 4 a.m. in St. Helens.
4 a.m.
Yeah. It wasn't for food. It was genuinely for a late night walk, a drink. I fancied a McFlurry, but McDonald's decided not to be open. And as we was walking into town, I just saw some guy get fully knocked out.
Fully knocked out.
Like, fully. And, like, the screaming and all the girls being like, James, stop it. And I'm just like, and then there's two guys behind him that's going, oh, that was sick, bruv, that was sick.
Nice dig.
Like, oh, nice dig. And the guy's still just laying there.
Yeah,
and,
dreaming of all sorts.
So we're walking past, and the guy just gets up, and he's got his bloody nose, and he just runs off behind Imperial.
What?
Just fucking runs.
What
just runs
do?
away.
To cry.
Probably to cry. I've been knocked out. So, yeah, that was my week.
Wow.
Bit different to yours.
Still brutal. Both had a brutal experience. Bit of violence.
Yeah, I had my third driving lesson today.
Oh yes,
that was.
And you're alive, so you haven't.
Yeah,
you haven't whipped it around a tree and.
Someone else isn't.
Family of four isn't.
A family of four isn't. I'm also under investigation. We're actually in a cell, me and Steve, right now doing the pod. So yeah,
this is actually an interview.
Yeah, this is an interview. So yeah, we're a bit fucked. But no, that was the guy that I'm with. He's funny. He's a proper Cockney fella.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what he's up
like
here. Yeah, he's a geezer, like a proper Cockney. Like I'm Cockney, but he's Cockney. Like he sounds like Danny Dyer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we're driving, and I'm fucking. I'm trying to get the clutch control and fucking brakes and shit like that.
It don't worry about that.
Well, yeah, it'll come, won't it?
It just comes second nature after a while.
Well, I hope so, because fucking he's like, oi, mate, what are you doing? You fucking get off the brakes, mate. He's like, you know what I mean? You're fucking on the brakes, you had to pull left. What's that car? And I'm like, fucking hell, like...
What's going on here?
I'm like, I'm in the car with Danny Dyer teaching me how to drive, and I'm trying not to crash into this fucking set of kids here. So, yeah, that's been a bit mental. But he's giving me a free lesson Wednesday.
A free lesson?
Yeah.
How did you wangle that?
Well, he went to me.
Is that because you ran over somebody?
Yeah. That's when I'm released. No, he said he's like someone else needs to like watch him do something in the back. So someone's testing him and he's testing me.
Oh, I see.
Fucking like he's like, do you want to just fucking probably because I'm the thickest, most stupid driver in the world. So he's probably thought, fuck, we'll have to get him.
He's probably got his mate coming down. Come and have a look at this guy.
Come and look at this knobhead way. He thinks the windscreen wipers is the right turn. Knobhead way.
Hey, fuck it. That's what I had on my chimney out there, my car, because it's Japanese. The thingios are opposite.
Yeah.
So when I was driving a courtesy car for a while last year, it's the opposite side.
Oh shit!
So I was like fucking it up
with the wind mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I do it all the time.
And then I got back to my car, the chimney, and was fucking that up because I got used to the other side.
Yeah, used to the other. Oh.
Fucking hell.
Well, I hope it becomes second nature anytime soon.
Oh yeah. I remember being in the same position as you, thinking like, you know, the clutches and all that. Like, fucking hell, how do you like?
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Literally.
But then it literally, when you're driving, don't think about it. Like I don't think about it at all.
Really. Just second nature, like riding a bike.
Yeah. Somewhere in the brain, whatever the part
of that fucking brain is.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yours is fried.
Yeah, along with all the other parts. I can just about walk, guys, at this point. So.
Yes, we've had an interesting weekend.
Yes.
My sleep's absolutely fucked up as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
How bad are we talking?
Like, sleeping, going to bed at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, I'm going to bed at 7.
Oh god.
Been watching Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of music,
Yeah.
been watching Coachella. Yeah.
I seen, didn't like some woman do it all in Arabic for the first time?
Fuck, I don't know.
I think some woman. It's like the first time woman's done a full set in Arabic.
You're
Like,
joking.
wow.
That's sick. I'll go back and look at it. I don't know
Preaching
about
the
that.
Quran.
No, I was
Tell
probably.
her how to do some IEDs.
Yeah. Fucking alhamdulillah.
What were you watching?
What did I watch? Well, they did weekend 1 and weekend 2. So I think that's the only festival in the world that does 2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm wrong about that.
So like,
Glasgow does, and
how long does Glasgow last?
about 6 days, but it's not like 2 weekends.
It doesn't hit
No.
2 weekends.
No. It's 6 days. And Glasgow's a bit different. Like, you're there fucking fully camping. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's on drugs and you're full of mud and you haven't washed in 8 days. Like, but Coachella's all like, oh, we're going in Louis Vuitton, Gucci.
Yeah, it's that, isn't
turning
it?
up for a day and then going home, and then all the influence turn up. So they probably can do weekend too.
Yeah, I suppose you just fucking do it for a year.
Yeah.
Just have it permanent.
Yeah.
Everybody playing.
Yeah, that would actually make sense.
So
Well,
you've been watching that?
Yeah, so I was up anyway, to be fair. Like, I wasn't staying up just for that.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't anyone in particular that I wanted to watch.
Mm.
But I watched Gorillaz,
Oh yeah.
because I like Gorillaz.
Yeah.
I've watched them in Manchester. I watched them again because they're always a good set. So I really wanted to watch Metro Boomin. I've told you about Metro Boomin before.
Metro Boomin.
He's a rap producer.
Yeah.
But like The Weeknd, P Diddy.
Oh,
Sick.
he's done everybody like.
Yeah. He's done producing for basically most big rappers.
Yeah.
And so I watched that set. All the controversy happened with Frank Ocean. I don't know if you saw.
I did hear there was some controversy. What is it though?
Well, so Frank Ocean was headlining for Coachella.
Yeah.
It's the first time he was performing live for the first time in 6 years.
The first time? What? 6 years?
Yeah. Since he had that whole ordeal where he scammed his record label Def Jam out of millions of pounds.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he smashed it.
We need to talk about that at some point.
That's a really cool story actually, how he done that. But yeah. He's but I think he broke his ankle or something, like, or fractured his ankle before the performance, and so they had this full ice skating ring for him, and basically had to melt it down, change the whole performance. He couldn't walk.
The set.
Yeah, he was late an hour, so the set was only 30 minutes. He only sung 2 songs.
Yeah.
People travelled the world to come and watch him.
What the fuck?
So, and then he got cancelled for the next weekend, and Fred again, Skrillex, and Fortet just DJ'd, and I watched them. Well, I watched them this morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah. 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah. So it wasn't many special. Blondie was on.
Oh yeah.
I missed Blondie, but she's on at Glasgow, so I'm gonna watch that.
You're gonna see? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I've been doing. 7 a.m.s.
Yeah, I don't even know. I cannot tell you what I've been doing at night. Why I'm staying up that late? Like last night, what
Time
was I doing?
goes. It goes by.
It
You
does
just don't
fly,
know.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
The problem is I haven't. As soon as like I don't have any work to get up, like I've had a few work in the afternoon.
Yeah.
As soon as I don't have to get up in the morning, my sleep pattern just goes out the window.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, so I haven't had to get up in the morning for like maybe 5 days.
Oh yeah.
So it's just each day is just consistently going worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh, it's fucking.
Mate, I never not have to get up in the morning since November. So like,
Living the vampire life.
yeah. I mean, I think it's difficult to get in a routine when there's nothing to do when you wake up. You know what I mean? I mean, you can make stuff for you to do, but it's not the same.
You need something like really that you have to get up for, don't
That
you?
you have to get up
Yeah.
for. Yeah. Like, yeah. I think.
Well, that's what I need. I need something to like.
Oh yeah.
I can't miss. I have to like work or something like that.
Yeah.
If not, I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
I'm in bed.
I do like it though. Don't get me wrong. I love a good lay-in and sleep until like 1. Like if honestly, the only reason I feel like upset about it is because like I know I've got to like get my life sorted at some point and like get money and shit like that.
Yeah.
But actually, like if money wasn't an object and I could just live the way I wanted, fuck it, I would not give a shit waking up at 2 and going to sleep at 7 a.m.
That's weird. I feel similar. Like part of me is I could lie till 2.
Yeah.
Comfy, just like but then part of me is like, I need to fucking Get out and do something.
Yeah.
You know what got me as well is it's been sunny sometimes. I mean, getting up and like thinking that I like wasted the sun.
Oh,
I know that's like
it's
a weird,
horrible when you feel like you've wasted the sun, though, isn't
yeah,
it?
like, oh, fuck, I could have been out all day today in the sun.
See, that's the thing. But then again, when it comes to summer, you are like waking up at 6, aren't you?
You wake up early,
You
yeah.
wake up early because you're happy and you fucking want to.
Yeah.
Like in other countries, if you was in Australia or shit like that, you'd be fucking up at 6 a.m. and going down the beach.
Yeah. Oh, God. Don't talk about that.
Oh.
That's perfect.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal, really, wouldn't it? But I think that I've got a theory. Well, it's not really a theory. It just makes sense that, you know, when you're up in the day, your mind is like, do, because everyone else is doing. And so you're constantly doing stuff, and that's why you get more done. Yeah. But everyone tends to clock out, about 6 p.m. And that's when you don't do anything. So you just watch movies and fuck about and eat.
Nothing's going on.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, nothing's going on. You can't really do much, like, around that time, can you? So
that does make sense, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is a weird one.
So
the episode today.
Yes.
What are you thinking, Charles?
Well, we was talking, wasn't we, about...
We have a good setup, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, we're thinking 1 week, have a fucking intense, heavy... Fred West, fucking the Great Fire of London,
history pod,
and then the next week, just no pressure, just pick a one that we can just chat about, have a laugh, talk, no research.
Yeah. Because it is difficult. Shorter. It is difficult doing like a research each week.
Oh, it just fucking takes it out of you.
Yeah, it fucking does. It does. But having that break in between, or having someone else come and do the research.
Yeah, we'd be the Carl Pilkingtons.
Yeah. Then it makes it better. Of course, like even coming in and doing even the Corey Haim one back when, the first one, like doing all the notes for that, like that took up a lot of time too, and you've done notes too, so you understand what it feels like. Yeah,
you got to get it in your head. You're thinking, have I missed stuff?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, this is interesting. What's about this?
Yeah, and you think you missed stuff, right? Yeah. So today you said top three films, books, TVs, and stuff, and I like that. And then I was like, but we could probably just do top threes. On different separate episodes, we could talk about everything. I could just imagine us never getting to the next top three. But I particularly wanted to know about you, Steve, and your music history.
My music history.
Well, yeah, yours in particular. Obviously, we can talk about music, and because we do a lot on the pod, but we don't talk about why we love music, how it came into our lives, and particularly how it came into your life, because, you know, you even mentioned it then, going watching Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
How you like to watch the technicality of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, people that don't know Steve, he's an amazing musician in many ways. I mean, on the guitar, like we're not talking Wonderwall on the guitar, we're talking fucking levels here.
Just practiced. Played a long time.
Well, that's the thing, like... Let's talk about how you got into it. Was it a generational thing?
Yeah.
Or did you pick it up when you was a baby? I went, guitar.
Start shredding.
Guitar, start shredding.
bit of Dragon Force.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about it when you mentioned it. I did have a think about, and I think there's like a series of events, like, because I knew my granddad played music, but then anybody next in the generation wasn't into music.
No dad.
Like my dad, he played a little bit, but you wouldn't put him down as like a musician. You know, like he knew Wonderwall.
Oh, okay.
You know, but he wouldn't like
the 4-chord master.
Yeah. So I don't think I had like anybody direct influence of music. And I was thinking, like, where did it come into? And I think the very first time that I can remember where I was like, whoa, this is the real deal with music, is when I watched Tenacious D.
Fucking hell. I wasn't expecting that. Tenacious D.
I think
it makes sense in a way.
I'm going to Google, when was Tenacious D? 2008?
Yeah, it must be early 2000s, yeah. Oh, is it 2010s?
Is it 2010s?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
it must be early 2000s.
I think that was the first time where I was like, wow, this is 2006.
Yeah.
The film.
Yeah.
Fuck me. So I would have been 10.
Yeah.
So I watched that at 10, and being like,
Wow.
what are they playing here? What is this music? And what's like, because they talk about all the bands, don't they? And everything. I'm like, wow, this is this
is the shit.
There's something here.
Yeah.
And I do remember getting an acoustic guitar and trying to learn Tribute. You know the song Tribute?
I've not heard Tribute. I've not heard much of Tenacious D, to be honest.
Oh, you'd love them.
Should I listen?
They are great.
Okay.
They're like...
Is it Jack Black?
Yeah, Jack Black and his mate Kyle Gass. But they're not serious. It's all like joke as well.
Okay.
But the actual music side of it
It's good.
is amazing.
Really?
Like, I think like people do rate them good, but I think they're still underrated.
Really?
On the songwriting and the people they have playing the music side. Oh, it's fucking great.
Oh, unreal.
But, yeah, you'd like them, definitely.
I'll have a listen.
But I think that was... I remember getting an acoustic guitar. It must have been after that. And trying to learn Tribute. And I think so that's the first event that's kind of like sparked it off.
Yeah, you had, yeah.
And I haven't really got anybody still who's like pushing me into music or anything like that.
No.
But then the second event, you like this.
Okay.
So I remember being on a beach in Spain somewhere.
Setting the scene.
When I was about 16, maybe 15 or 16.
Okay.
So by this time I played like in bands in school and stuff.
Okay.
And it's like I'm into like the classic, you know what everybody's usually into at 15, where it's like stuff that's on fucking TV. Kerrang.
Oh God, you're not, are you?
Yeah.
You were like, putting Kerrang on through the day.
You know, like just like the generic classic stuff, Guns N' Roses, stuff like that.
Yeah. The stuff that, yeah.
You know, like there's like the generic level, isn't there? That
you're
people
playing
get
Paradise City and Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, that type of stuff. And then I remember, and I was in a band in high school, and like messing around with music, and I was going to this music classes actually in Rainford. It was like groups, like you'd come and learn a song with a load of group and play together for 2 hours.
That's cool.
That was good actually. That I feel like more people should do stuff like that. It was like it wasn't direct music lessons. It was just like you turn up,
you fucking learn.
Everybody learn the song and play together.
That's sick.
But then this moment, I remember. So I was on the beach. It's somewhere in Spain, about 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my dad was lying with earphones in, and I didn't have any earphones. And I was like, I could listen to some music here. What are you listening to? What are you listening to? And he keeps pushing me away. I'm like, no, I'm trying to relax. Eventually, I pestered him enough to give me earphones. And the only thing he had on this, like, fucking Walkman or something was The Doors.
Oh, my God.
And I remember being on the beat, and this is the first time I've, like, listened to The Doors. Probably heard, like, one or two of the songs, but the first time I was on the beach, the sun, I'm, like, baking on me. I'm like half asleep, put The Doors in, and you hit another level.
Mate, first time you listen to Doors, it's like...
what the fuck
changes your life perspective, doesn't it, really?
Literally.
Oh, my God.
Remember
the song? Do you remember like what the first song was like?
I think it was Riders on the Storm.
Oh.
How good of a song is that?
On the beach as well. Nice one, Dad.
Yeah, thank you.
Sick.
At first, he didn't even want me to listen to it. He kept on pushing you away.
Oh, no, you got to show your kid that.
Yeah. But if you've not listened to The Doors and you're listening now, you haven't had a pinnacle music moment.
It's funny because I remember the first time I listened to The Doors.
Yes.
And I fell asleep too. Like I fell asleep like halfway through the very best album.
Yeah.
And it just changed.
It's magical, isn't it?
It's mental, yeah.
There's something about it. It's timeless.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem to fit in with the time.
No.
Like it does have the 60s sound.
Yeah.
But it feels it's transcended like time, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think a big part of it is down to Ray Manzarek on the fucking keys, man. Like that's I don't hear that in other like
no.
Any other thing.
So unique, isn't it? What he's playing.
Yeah.
So one hand he's playing the bass line.
And
the other hand's playing the melody.
Yeah.
I've tried. I'm actually in the process now of learning Rise on the Storm.
Really?
Because I've got an all right at piano keyboard. Playing like I can play like Canon, Canon in D and the Fair Release and all that.
Oh yeah.
I can play all that.
That's sick.
But the one thing I can't do is The Doors, and it's because of that. Where one hand is playing the bass line,
Yeah.
and the other's playing like the song,
Yeah.
and that like what is it called? Where it's like two things doing separate stuff.
I know what you mean.
I just can't wrap my head.
Yeah, the brain's not left, right, left, right. Yeah.
It's such another level, and he does that like fucking
Easy.
amazing. Yeah, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
He makes that, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he did that. And
Ray Manzarek.
Yeah, and then and Robbie Krieger, to be honest, doesn't they all don't, because they all get overshadowed by the aura of Jim
Morrison.
But which obviously has a big part in it. But people forget that Robbie Krieger wrote "Break On Through."
Yeah.
And he was just fucking. I mean, the Spanish vibes on that guitar, like everything. You know what I mean?
That's it. He has a Spanish element to his playing, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's
a mix
unreal.
of like Spanish and blues. His guitar playing.
So you got the combination of that. It shouldn't work like with Ray, and then it does, and then you got the poetry coming out from, and then the fucking just the way he is on stage, just John, and then not John, Jim, and then John on the fucking drums as well.
Yeah, going for it.
People don't talk about John Densmore enough either. I mean,
he's like a jazz drummer, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's jazz sounding.
He's fucking amazing, and he wrote a book not too long ago, and like you don't realize how much like each of the members have put in, because you always think of Jim.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's pushed forward, isn't he?
Yeah,
the big one.
But it does make sense though, because I mean
his lyrics as well. I some of them I get goosebumps.
It's on a different level, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't think there's much. Can you think of much like lyricists who have that similar?
That kind of
what he
had,
you know
what
attained. What he just literally what he writes about. There's something unique about it, isn't it? It's not just straight up like some artists just do like love songs or whatever. His is about like an ecstasy of like life. Fucking, it's like a religious experience.
Yeah, it was on a like that whole kind of LA, you know, early 70s, late 60s vibe where, you know, he studied in film school and he's probably got this next level of intelligence, and he's also like extremely spiritual and stuff like that, and like he's a fucking hippie, and I think it all combines into this like very unique type of person that was him. And it just you know manifested in a way which you know, it's funny because I've seen a lot of those type of people through the work that I've done, and I feel like now if Jim was came back now and was alive now, he'd be just a contemporary artist. You know what I mean? He'd just be creating mad shit because whatever's going on in his head. But yeah, what compared to other people, I can't even think of anyone that has the same lyrics. Well, it's not even lyrics, it's just poetry at the end of the day.
Well, that's what he classed himself. He didn't class himself as like the singer of a band. He classed himself as a poet, and the Doors were a group of musicians who were accompanying his poetry with music.
Yeah,
that's what he viewed it as.
Absolutely unreal. Yeah, there's no after the first time you listen to them, that's it. It changes everything for you. and it's funny that he died so young, and
27.
And that was it. And then finitoed after that, and you know, obviously he got sent away for public indecency, didn't he? Just imagine if that didn't happen. We got another couple of albums, because those albums are all stellar in my opinion,
start to finish.
All of them. Do you know what I mean?
I love LA Woman. That's the last album, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the last song on the album's Rise on the Storm, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the last song they recorded, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy to think about it, because that was getting into different depths while it was on the Storm. Break Come Through, it's more of a natural song. It's like you know, it's
a bit rocky.
A bit bluesy. But Riders on the Storm is different. You'd never heard a song like Riders on the Storm again.
It's got elements of like you put it in a genre. It's got elements of jazz.
Yeah.
It's got elements of like a bit of blues, a bit of like soft wee rock. I don't know what it is.
The production on it is sick as well. Like I don't know who done the production on it.
The rain and everything.
The rain, you can hear it. Oh, you're just perfect with headphones on. You know what I mean?
It really paints a picture. When you listen to that, you immerse yourself into another dimension with that song.
Do you have a top 5 songs from The Doors?
From The Doors?
Mm.
Oh, God. Rise on the Storm,
Yes.
number 1. LA Woman,
Oh, yeah.
number 2. The End.
The
number
End.
3.
Oh, my God. That I forgot about that.
How mad is that of a song?
I mean...
That's a unique song. No chorus, no verse, nothing. It's just like it's an adventure.
And is it about fucking his
mum?
Oh.
Well, I think it was like, is it Nietzsche? It's about his like philosophy on like how like the mother complex and the dad complex.
Oh yeah.
Like you hate your dad but you love your mum and stuff like that.
Shit.
But I think there's more stuff into it when you look at the lyrics. It goes into that's an adventure though, that
Off-worldly.
Yeah. I think it's the way it's got that droning sound as well.
Mm.
That's what like
It's perfect.
drops you off.
Yeah. So, LA Woman.
Rise on the Storm.
Riders on the Storm Woman.
The End.
The End.
Oh God, probably La America.
Oh really? That's a off what I'll pick.
I love that. There's something about that vibe.
Yeah.
What The Changeling.
Ooh.
I love how it starts on the album
That's
with him like making noises. You know, the very first seconds like ugh,
yeah.
and then it kicks in.
That's unreal.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, there's
Songs.
tons, isn't there?
Yeah, there's People Are Strange.
Yeah, I think that'd be my top 2.
That's got a very it's almost like a circus vibe, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, the album isn't it? The album,
Circus Freaks.
Circus Freaks on the cover, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just stellar. Everything that they do is stellar. So,
What about yours?
Oh, my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be similar to yours in a way. I think I'm looking at my Spotify here, sorry for people, because I want to make sure that I'm not giving.
Have you heard "When the Music's Over"?
When the music's over, yeah,
turn out the lights.
Turn out the. Number 1 for me is Crystal Ship.
Oh wow, that's quite with the piano.
Yeah, When you slip onto unconsciousness.
Yeah. That's a slow one, that isn't it?
Yeah. Break 'em Through. I know it's a thingy, but that'll be second for me.
I look, me and Matt play that with our band. We're in the pubs.
I know, I've seen it. It's amazing.
The energy you get from that song.
Unreal.
The riff. Dun.
People Are Strange, Moonlight Drive.
Oh, Moonlight Drive.
Yeah. Moonlight Drive, and then 5th can be literally anything. I'll just stick in. Been Down So Long, because that'll so goddamn long.
That's the LA Woman album, isn't it?
Yeah.
They harnessed the blues in that album.
Yeah,
like
100%.
They went away from but the first few albums was proper psychedelic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then as they progressed on, they started like nudging, sludging the blues into it as well.
Yeah, you could see the development of it throughout the albums. So I can't believe that's your first experience with. I
think that was like the changer. Up to then, I'm listening to generic Guns N' Roses, fucking whatever's on Kerrang.
Yeah,
just what everybody's listening to. And then I listen to The Doors. I'm like, what the fuck? There's something else here. I think that as well probably changed my outlook of you on like art. Like not art as in like the bigger picture of art. Like there's more out there than just this very generic, ordinary style, like films or paintings or whatever. There's more out there. There's stuff that's like making you think differently, and touching other elements that the normality of life doesn't touch. And The Doors was like a
opening to that type of world. Yeah.
I think from then on, I was like constantly searching
for new stuff,
different different bands playing different stuff, different genres. Right from that, like, and I'm playing different stuff. Up until then, I'm just playing like the rock stuff.
Yeah,
and then I'm like playing jazz, looking into the jazz. I think that was definitely the game changer.
Yeah,
the floodgates opened.
You went back into school and you started playing Riders on the Storm. You're like, what the fuck is this?
What's going
on?
They're
playing Paradise City, 4 chords.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I think that was the game changer.
Yeah.
And then,
So you're 16 at this point.
it was around
The
about
Doors.
then.
You've been playing in a little bit of bands.
Yeah.
How is your level on guitar at this point? Would
I
you
think
say?
I think it was decent.
Yeah.
Like I could play the rock stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't think I was like into anything more.
Mm-hmm.
But what I remember in terms of playing, how that progressed was I remember listening to you know all the like the fast guitar players. There's like Steve Vai, Paul Gilbert.
Yeah.
Who else is there? John Petrucci. All them lots. You know, like in the heavy metal, they're like ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck
Did they do that?
Do they do that? What's going on here? And I didn't have the right guitar at the time. I was playing an SG, which Angus Young plays. You know, the red one.
Yeah.
The red, that like I was playing that at the time. I was like, just because it's the neck's thick.
Yeah.
It's like a baseball bat. It's basically made for like AC/DC riffs, chugging away some heavy riffs. It's not made for like fast fucking legato, fucking like trills of notes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to get another guitar. So then I got Steve Vai's Gem, Ibanez Gem. It's like 900 quid.
Fucking hell.
And
How old was you at this point?
This is about, I'd say 16 or 17.
Yeah. Shit.
Maybe starting college.
Yeah.
Because that was the point when I got the Gem. Now, looking back, I realised you don't need any equipment. You could.
No.
I think you could get by on like the cheapest equipment for anything.
Really?
Even when I do my fishing now, I look back and like you could fucking have just a whip rod.
Shit.
Like I look back and I had like an Argos guitar.
Yeah.
You could do it up a little bit, but like it's all bullshit. All this like fucking spend thousands on equipment and stuff.
Really?
Like, well, you get the basics and you're good enough. You can just deal with that. Well, and there's a lot of equipment in music that's like bullshit.
Really?
Like I bought that guitar and I don't even use it now. That Ibanez Gem that I bought then.
Do you have a collection now?
Oh, I've got quite a few. Yeah.
How many would you say you had?
I've got now. I've got so I got me yellow Strat, black Yamaha.
Oh my god.
Me Ibanez Gem. Me Jackson. That's the one I used with the tiger painted on it.
Yeah.
Jackson Fusion Pro. It's like dead rare from '91. That is.
That's sick.
And then we got that for like 200 quid.
Really?
I was like, the guy said, I was like, why is that so cheap? I was like, it's a Fusion Pro from '91. It's like rare as fuck. Why is that so cheap? And the guy was saying, oh, nobody wants it because it's got a tiger painted on it. And I was like, that's the reason why I want it.
Yeah, because it's got the fucking
it's got a tiger painted on it. What else have I got? I got the SG. I bought another Ibanez off Sam last year. Got like 6 or 7 guitars, and then like 2 acoustics. But I literally just use that Jackson, which it is a good guitar, but it's only 200 quid, and I use that for everything now.
For all your gigs?
Yeah, if I was recording or any type of music, I use that.
How come? What's the difference with the Jacks?
I think it's just it's got a tiger painted on it.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. There you go.
I think once you get to a level, it's irrelevant what you're playing. You know what type of guitar and what equipment. You can make it sound good yourself. What you play. There's no need to spend like fucking $3,000 on a guitar and buy like a $5,000 amp. And amps as well. Like it's all simulated sound. It's all fucking turning knobs. There's enough like stuff you can add. You know, with guitar pedals and stuff on your computer.
Yeah.
To simulate any amp. Like there's no I don't know how to put it into words. Like there's enough there that doesn't warrant you having to spend shitloads on this like high end price amp. And if you're playing live, you can buy like a small fucking bedroom amp and just put it through the PA.
Oh, that's true.
You don't need to pay for this massive like, arena sized amp to be loud enough or whatever. Fucking put it through the PA. It'll probably sound even better.
So when you go your gigs now, do you just carry around little bits?
I use the shittest Spider 6 amp. It's like,
really?
You can buy it for like 40 quid.
Oh my god.
And that does the job.
Yeah, that's
like,
great.
There's no need for like... And the sound probably is a bit bad. Not bad, but not as good as I like. But I don't think you need to be going up that much to improve your sound. Do you like in terms of price?
Well, what would be the difference between a £40 one and a 300 quid one?
Probably the name.
Really?
Probably that's what holds the most value in it.
It's kind of like clothes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But yeah, I bought the Ibanez Gem, just to start playing really fast stuff, and then I joined Jam Studios.
Oh yeah, Jam
Studios,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
in
yeah.
St Helens. Shout out to Jam Studios, which was sick. Everybody's there is sick, and it was
Yeah.
like I was having the weekly lessons there, and that's what boosted my playing, I think.
Really? Did that take you to the next level then?
Yeah. I was like, learning like the music theory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then from there, like I've just been getting into everything, don't you? I just listen to everything up until, so I listened to like big into my classical music,
Yeah.
the jazz. But now, I'd say the last 2 years, maybe the last year, I've only really been listening to now is hard classic rock
Yeah.
or like 80s metal.
I mean, it's great, isn't it? We were talking about it.
Yeah,
There's nothing better than that.
I can't get enough of that now.
It's great.
And I don't seem to be wanting to listen to other stuff. I feel like I've done like a full circle.
Yeah.
Like I've covered everything. I've listened to Frank Zappa. I've listened to all the classical stuff and everything. And now I've gone back to listen to like Metallica, AC/DC, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah.
And that covers me now for like
For ages.
Yeah, I'm just sorted listening to them. I'm happy to just listen to them now.
Well, you always come round at some point with new music.
Yeah.
And then there'll always be a point where you're like, oh fuck me, I think I've hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
And then you realise you haven't, and there's way
There's more
fucking music than you can even imagine.
Yeah, there's probably going to be another moment, isn't there, where I hit like, oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit, yeah, it's just some
It's the rabbit
weird
hole.
like fucking, I don't know, just some mad new jazz avant-garde fucking thing that you haven't heard before, and you're like, I want to get into that. Yeah.
At the moment though, it's like all I want to listen to is a good guitar riff, good heavy, tasty, chunky guitar riff. Nice soloing over it.
I think when you get in, especially like if you're working out, fucking, there's nothing better than an 80s fucking.
Bit of Metallica blasting.
I love Wasp.
Oh yes.
Fucking smash Wasp out in the fucking gym, like. Wah!
That is like proper gym music. That music. That like 80s like thrash hard rock.
Yeah.
Is power.
It's the shit, man.
Raw power.
It's the shit.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the 80s with that as well.
Oh fucking! I'd be jacked.
Do you think you'd be? Yeah. Do you think you'd be a Jack person in the 80s, or would you listen to like the pop? Would you wear the what's it called? The big socks.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like the leggings,
the leggings,
and all that.
Would you be like Duran Duran, or would you be fucking hard rock?
At the moment, I'd be hard rock.
Yeah, I think I'd be
maybe
hard
if you asked me like 3 or 4 years ago, I'd probably say Duran Duran.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like.
But we like it all, don't we?
That's it. Yeah.
I don't think there is a genre and I think from the first time that we met, there isn't a genre that we both don't dislike.
No.
Maybe country for me.
You don't like country?
Country for me is a bit. I mean, I can listen to Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
But that's about it with country.
Is it because it's boring?
It's a bit like it's a bit standard.
Yeah.
And there's not much. I mean, then again, there is many genres that I haven't taken a delve into really, and like even what you say about death metal, even metal, I haven't really delved into that much. And that's what I was going to ask you, is about the technicality. What draws you to death metal so much, even live, and the technicality in watching it?
Because it's so hard to play.
Yeah,
I think I'm just drawn to like, how are they playing that? What are they playing? How is the guitarist doing those riffs? Just watching him, just seeing him on stage.
Yeah,
literally that black and white. How are they doing it at that level?
That's insane.
But I think with death metal is like you've got to be in the mood for it as well.
Okay, so you can't just listen to it out loud when you go in bed at night.
No,
Definitely not.
I think you've got to be wired.
Wired in.
You've got to be fucking raging or fucking pumped up to listen to it. There's probably sometimes put death metal on like, this is so fucking shit.
Okay.
But then there's other times it's like, whoa, fucking hell, this is power.
Yeah.
I think I listen to music more as like not like a background, but like it's just there.
Yeah,
no,
I see what you're saying.
If I'm driving or I'm in the gym, or it's like.
Do you ever still, I don't know, sit down one night and go, I'm going to listen to this?
Not really, not anymore. I think that's where I've come back to just listening to like hard rock, and
because it can be in the background. You don't have to sit there and
it provides a bit of mood for you to be like pumped up.
I think I need to get back into that myself, because I don't think there's anything better than sitting there putting your headphones on and really focusing
immersing yourself
in the music. Like that's when you really like, oh my god,
you hit
like a
another
good
level.
album. Oh,
Solid album.
yeah.
What have you got in? What have you got lined up that you want to listen to?
I want to listen
Like
to
immersion style.
immersion. I don't know about immersion, but I want to. There's many albums that I haven't listened to that I want to. Like Lauryn Hill, I want to listen to her album. She was part of like one of my favorite rap groups of all time is the Fugees.
The Fugees.
They're amazing. And they're one of the like rap groups I could say that didn't really amass to a level where it was like many albums or anything.
Yeah.
I only listened to one album, and that's The Score that they had. I think they had a couple more.
What? Like when was this?
90s.
90s, yeah. Like classic era of rap.
Yeah. And like everything in the albums, like what I love about people will find out that I'm a big rap guy. And what I love about those albums is like the preludes, the intros, the stuff in the middle of like where they have the skits.
Yeah,
I love the skits and stuff like that, and that album is full of it. Really,
what's it called? The Score.
The Score.
The Score. The Fugees. The Score.
Well, maybe we could listen to that.
Yeah,
maybe that could be one of the first. It's amazing. It really is. So Lauryn Hill is one of did the Doo Wop, which is an album that I want to listen to. But I've not sat down and really listened to an album. I think, do you know what? I would love to when I finally get my own place again, is to actually finally get the record collection.
Oh yeah,
and do that, because I think one night you'll just, if it's physically there, it's in your hands and you put it on, you'll focus on it more.
Yeah. There's something about it, isn't there? There's something.
Yeah.
There's a thing to it
to put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's so many moments where I want to sit down and listen to it, but it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time to listen to it. But
to be honest, from the start of the episode, we're on about us staying up till like 5, 7 o'clock. People probably think that's just what we do.
To be fair, do you know what? It's funny. It is what I do, but I think it becomes such like a pastime for me at this point. Music is so a part of my life. Like, even going back to like when I was in school, I was always the kid with the earphones dangling from my t-shirt. Like, you would not see me without my earphones. At any point in time, I could have the access to music, and if I like, for example, now if I even have a walking distance of like 5 minutes to somewhere, I can't go without my earphones anymore.
Putting a song on.
I have to. I just have to. And that's been the way it's always been for me. And I think that's the way that'll always be. So even in the background, even in York, for example, I always had music on. I had it on in work constantly. People hated me because of it.
You're the music man.
And even on the, I use Spotify for my music, but they do the Spotify Wrapped. At the end of the year.
Oh yeah, what was yours?
Oh mate, so it's been going since 2016, and you can see like a change, difference. But one thing that doesn't change is the minutes listened, and I'm always on like 100,000 minutes.
Yeah, it's on a ridiculous amount.
It's on a ridiculous amount. Like, I've listened to like 4 months of music or something in the last God knows how long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's such a big part of my life, but I think it just becomes such a background thing. But it was funny because I noticed that people don't do that. Like, don't have their earphones dangling out of their thingy too much, or they walk without me. I can't even fathom it. I can't fathom that.
There is people who just aren't into music
that much. Yeah.
Like, the only music they probably listen to is from the radio.
Yeah. They just stick it on. It's not really. I can't imagine. It's such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
That it's
about, like, music's art, isn't it? It is an art.
Yeah.
You're appreciating an art there, aren't you? There's some people who just don't like art, don't get art.
Well, yeah.
And it's just not. They just don't.
But that's the thing. I think
it's part of the life.
I think music, kind of transcends that a little bit, because art is subjective to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And but music, you can genuinely find, even if you that you could be the snobbiest person ever that doesn't like music. You can still find a genre for them that
it's got to be
likes.
something that connects to you.
Yeah, I mean,
soul.
it is. It's like, it's weird how these chords and shit make you feel and like change your brain chemistry and everything like that. I've always wondered, like, apparently if you listen to like an hour of music a day, it boosts your serotonin levels and just shit like that. And I've always wanted to look into the effects of what music does on our brain. It is like a drug in many ways.
It is.
Because it affects...
Changes the brain chemistry.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to have a look into that, but...
Yeah, we need to get some wires hooked up to your head.
Yeah, and listen to...
Blasting
look at all the
music.
different colours when shit pops on. Death metal, reggae. The shit switches, but...
Yeah, it's definitely an art. And I think, like do you play any instruments?
I played piano a little bit back in the day, and I stopped. So, and I can't play it that well now.
Yeah, because
something I'd like to get back into. But
I think there's a way of listening. I think there's two ways of listening. There's one of listening it with emotion. Oh,
this is what we talked. I remember you because you said this is what I was interested in. I listened to it based purely on emotion because I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
I know chords and I understand like sometimes a little bit of the theory.
Yeah.
But not on your level. You listen to it through a musician's
there is a way of listening to it like that as well.
Yeah.
Which can be bad.
I can imagine,
it can
right?
ruin your experience.
So what is an example of music that sounds good to other people that maybe ruined your experience based on the musicianship of it? Maybe stuff with like and I don't know, pop. Anything?
Oh, definitely pop. But I don't think we even need to go there with pop. I don't know. There's some stuff. I'm trying to think. I suppose there's one element which is a bit different to what you said there, but there's one element where it's you listen to it and you're analysing it that much that you don't you're not liking it, but you're not liking it. There's no like you're just analysing it.
Yeah.
Like you can listen to Master of Puppets by Metallica, and you're listening to James Hetfield downpicking the whole song, and you're like,
how the fuck does he do that?
And then you've got Lars doing like simple drum beats.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does that work over thrash metal?
Yeah.
And then you listen to like what key is it in, where they going, the bridge, you know, like what they're actually playing.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the song, you're like, I've just analysed the song.
I haven't taken it in emotionally.
I haven't taken it in emotionally.
That's interesting to think about, actually.
And that's definitely a thing that can happen there, yeah.
Does it ruin your experience sometimes?
I've happened loads of times.
It's what I was saying with film for me.
Yeah.
Like, it ruins my experience because I'm like...
saying, actually, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck me, like, did they eat this morning, these actors? Did they... Where's the production? Where's that camera being? Like, where's the mics and all this shit?
I think it's good in a way, though. I think it's in a way, it's expanding your experience.
Yeah.
Because you are looking at it on a deeper level, but you've got to be aware, haven't you, to not let it ruin your emotional taking it in, just on the natural side as well.
Yeah. I think in a way, like you said, you've got to switch off when it comes to art.
Yeah.
Because if you analyse it too much and it ruins it, you know, it's not supposed to be logical, right?
Yes, well, it is supposed to be emotional.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what you get and what you think from it.
Yeah.
Where you go with it.
Well, that's why I think I never could be really a musician.
Yeah.
Because my thinking doesn't go that way. I'm not a creator like that. I'm just not. And maybe I'm being too hard, but I just always like how I couldn't even fathom doing anything near what Jim did. Like, we're just making lyrics up that are so like... Mine would be the nail on the head. Like, mine would be like, I am walking to work, and I got to work, and I sat down and worked. That would literally be... Well, I'd be so literal.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, I'd be so literal, like, that... I couldn't be a musician. Like, I'm not on that level.
I think Jim Morrison's a bad example.
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to live up to
where
something.
Is he pulling any of that from?
But I don't know, even like Coldplay and the shit that they do, I mean, they can write some good shit as well, or I don't know.
I suppose like there's a lot of, you gotta look at influence as well.
Yeah.
Like I presume a lot of drugs influenced Jim Morrison.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is something that we're forgetting.
Whereas like
Psychedelics,
probably
all the time.
Coldplay, you could probably write without drugs, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could definitely write.
Whereas
without
Jim's stuff's like,
unreal.
where have you pulled some of that?
Well, maybe I
some of
need
the
to take
concepts?
psychedelics, eh?
Blast your head off.
Mushrooms.
It's one of your 5 a day mushrooms, aren't? That's what they say.
Maybe we should do that then. Yeah.
And write a Jim Morrison.
Yeah. Let's see what comes out. Or we'll just get AI to do it.
That's it, yeah.
AI to write a Jim Morrison
Get the
song.
AI to take mushrooms.
Yeah.
Write a Jim
Oh
Morrison
my
song.
god. We're on a different level here, Stu. Yeah, I think I'm just going back to what you said about hitting a brick wall and like coming back around to what you like. I think I've hit that point now where I have come back to rap. Rap is always going to be the one that I come back to.
Yeah.
Like I started out in terms of music, like my mum used to listen to mad shit, like 'cause my mum is crazy, right? She's a punk, right? Like through the 70s and the 80s. Like she used to have like a fucking mohawk, shaved sides, tattoos all over her body, piercings. She looks a little bit more like a mum now. So she was listening to like Sex Pistols, The Clash, Meatloaf, all this shit, right?
Yeah, the full on stuff. The punk stuff.
The punk stuff.
Real punk stuff.
Yeah, the good shit.
Yeah.
And then my dad would listen, like I would go down to when I would visit my dad, he's a big traveller, my dad. So we'd have some mad shit from other countries.
See, yeah, he's listening to some other stuff that's out there.
To like I wrote, because he used to take me salsa lessons, right? And he used to just fucking, like, I'd be in bed there, wake up in the morning, 7 a.m, and he'd be blasting salsa music. Like Hector, like I never listened to Hector Lavoe before.
Hector Lavoe.
And I fucking, when my dad started showing me, I listened to that shit like religiously now, and I can't forget it. But he listened to like Madness and the Specials as well, and he used to bang out Ghost Town all the time. Nothing but a Ghost Town.
Oh, that's St. Helens now, that.
I know,
isn't it?
yeah. It is.
That's a song, that.
So I can say in a way that my love for music came from the initial breeding from my family, my mum and dad.
Yeah, so you've got two different things coming together.
Two different vibes.
Yeah.
And then I think I found my own lane from there, and I I got this iPod Nano, you see, for my birthday.
The Nano.
Do you remember the little ones?
Nanos.
It was a little square for people that don't know, and it was literally a play button, a fast forward, and a back button, and volume controls, and that's it. And you just plug in your aux headphones and clip it onto your bag for school.
It had a clip, didn't it?
It had a
literally had a clip,
which is amazing, right? So I had that, and I used to use LimeWire.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember LimeWire?
Yeah.
So like you would literally be looking for like a song. You'd be looking for I don't know, Arctic Monkeys, and it would be like .avi.
Yeah.
Or something that isn't.
That cannot.
That's not a file. That's not an MP3.
Like,
this is definitely a virus.
It's like 10 times bigger than what like a normal
it's like
song would
80
be.
gig.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't think
this?
Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor is that large.
Extended solo.
Yeah. So I used to. What was funny was one of my mum's girlfriends. She looked like Eminem and used to have an absolute fascination with Eminem. Yeah.
Like the bleach blonde hair.
Blonde hair, like tank tops, everything.
Wow.
Fuck it. She used to be obsessed, so I'd be listening to like Clean Out Your Closet and.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh my God.
That's probably one of my favourite Eminem songs.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Like we go about the vibe. There's something about the vibe of that song.
Oh, mate, Stan as well.
Stan, yeah.
Fuck, that might be one of the best rap songs of all time.
Ever.
Stan, yeah.
Ever.
Marlene's gone. No, it's not Marlene. That's the new version. Sorry, it's what is it? What does it go like? The Dido bit. Oh shit!
I can picture the video like perfectly, and the actual singing.
I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. So that whole thing is just it. So yeah, basically Eminem was like my first. It sounds so very white, doesn't it? Was my jump into rap. I
think like Eminem does get a bit of hate from that angle.
Yeah,
you gotta think he was the real deal.
I mean, he has. Yeah, I mean,
like really good.
He had the best 3-album run of all time. Do you know what I mean? When he started off, the Slim Shady LP Encore, was it not Encore? The Slim LP 2, And then I can't remember the other one, but he had the best first free run album of all time.
What's the one when he's back? Comes back.
Recovery. Was it? Yeah.
And the America one. The show. No.
Oh no, not when he comes back. Recovery is when he comes back the second time. When he comes back, was it Encore? It might be Encore.
Is it Encore? Yeah,
I think so. Oh, the Slim Shady show. I can't remember.
You know what? I think that is what I need to sit down and immerse myself into. His albums.
His albums. Well, let me just have a look on my Spotify quickly because I need to get this first 3 album run up. Eminem.
You know what it is with rap as well? Is like there's something about the voice, isn't there?
Okay.
You've got to have a good voice, haven't you?
Well, yeah, you've got to. If you have a posh voice like me, you're not going to be able to rap, which is a bit wounding. But I think it was Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, and then the Eminem show.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of, the Eminem show. Yeah,
and then he went away for fucking ages and came back with Relapse, not Recover Relapse. It's funny. I have a story about Relapse. So if everyone remembers, it had the cover with all the pills that made his face. And I was obsessed with it. Obsessed. It had Crack the Bottle on and some mad other shit like on there that I was just, I needed.
Which one's Clean Out My Closet is on?
Oh, I'm not sure,
Is that early?
Yeah, that'll probably be an early one.
Yeah.
It might be Encore. But,
so Relapse.
Yeah. I went into Morrison's and I must have been like 12 or something. And I picked up Relapse on the shelf, went to the till, and I was like, Relapse, please. And the guy just looked at me, looked down and up in my school uniform.
Yeah.
No chance, mate. I was like, fuck. I remember that year. This is literally me in year 6. So this is primary school.
Yeah.
Blasting out on an MP3 player. This is before I got my iPod Nano. Blasting out Crack a Bottle. Crack a bottle, let your body waddle. Yeah. And I just cracked that out all the time. In year 6, I shouldn't have been listening to that shit in year 6. Him describing about like murdering his wife and shit like that. I shouldn't have been listening to that shit. But
so that was like your start.
Yeah, I think after then, what I actually used to do was I used to go onto iTunes and look at the top albums of all time, and I would go, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool, and I'd just download them.
Oh, I see. That's a good way of doing it.
That's how I found rock.
Yeah.
That's how. Obviously, there's some that are on there that are on there all time that just never leave. So we're talking your Pink Floyds,
Rolling Stones,
the Beatles. We're talking Guns N' Roses again.
I get it. Yeah.
So the ones that never leave the iTunes charts are on there all the time. You know, like Dark Side of the Moon and shit like that. So I just downloaded these albums, and it just completely changed because obviously rap was on there, and that's all I used to listen to. And then when I started listening to fucking the real shit,
going from rap to Pink Floyd, is a big jump, isn't it?
Well, it's funny. Like I have to give my kudos to my mate Joel.
Yeah. Oh, you've told me he's big into his Pink Floyd, isn't he?
Oh, mate. Well, Joel for me was like my older brother in a sense.
Yeah.
That he introduced me to so much music. Like
you're a music dealer.
He is a music dealer. Like he used to go over the park with me, sit there, smoke weed, and listen to 2001.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. And fucking just bang that out, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is this shit?" And then he'd switch over to Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh god!
And we'd play "Shine on You, Crazy Diamond."
That album, the "Wish You Were Here" album, is outrageous, outrageous album. "Shine You, Crazy Diamond" Part 1 and Part 2, because it starts, like the actual song itself is like the album's in between it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like "Shine on You, Crazy Diamond" Part 1 starts the album, and then you've got the whole album, and then "Shine on You, Crazy Diamond" Part 2 finishes.
Unreal.
And you can listen to it together, can't you? You can find it as just like the song together, or the album.
It's unreal. And then I listened to "Hey You" on that album.
Oh yeah.
I listen to that a million times, and still every time I listen to it,
that era Pink Floyd is top drawer for me. Medal, Animals.
Yeah. Oh,
it's outrageous.
I think they're just one of the bands that they must be the best band of all time if you think about it in terms of the music that they've done.
You know what's good as well. Like I rate. It's going opposite to what I say about technicality.
Yeah.
I'm contradicting myself here.
Yeah.
But there's a few bands that who kept it simple, which made it better.
Right.
And I think Pink Floyd is definitely one. Like, they're not fucking doing 200 BPM solos and like proper technical stuff. They're all the stuff you could learn in like 5 minutes to play.
Well, yeah,
it's all super. Another band as well, I think, is the essence of the band is AC/DC.
Oh, classic!
It's just the straight up rock beat with like 3 chords.
Back in Black. That's the first one I listened to. I was like, dun, 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 dun,
it just
and then that's
wakes you up, doesn't it?
And it's like, yeah. I think, I mean, you're right in terms of the chords. Like, it's just easy to learn, but it sounds good, right? So
that's like sometimes simple is better.
Yeah,
that's what I love about like the classic rock stuff.
Yeah. Well, Pink Floyd, it is about immersion. If you was telling someone if they wanted immersion, then you go to Pink Floyd, right?
Yeah.
And it's the gaps in the silence, I think, in between some of their music. It's like not necessarily the silence, but you know what I mean.
There's in between the music.
Yeah, the music.
There's a lot of noise and stuff that's
there's noise.
Atmosphere, drawing you in, taking you to different places.
Oh.
Well, they said, didn't they? Pink Floyd said, really, our songs, they didn't want it going on iTunes or anything, didn't they?
I didn't know
because they didn't want their songs being released individually. They wanted it being released as an album. They said, like, to fully experience our music, you have to listen to like the album. You can't listen to just the song. Yeah, because it's out of context with the album.
Well, let's talk about that, because I find the new way of listening to music very interesting. Yeah. Because I switched over to Spotify eventually when I stopped being a cheapskate, when I was 19. And it changed my life. Yeah. Fully changed my life. It helped me discover new music. And that's when, for me, I went from knowing a little bit about music to becoming an actual music lover, like where it's actually changing my life and like
diving into everything.
Yeah, like that's when I found out about classical music and reggae and dub and everything. You know, covering all the genres, right? Like if you listen to my top songs of 2016, 2017, 2018, it's all different genres. I see, it's all mad, and then it goes back to normal after that, where it's all back to rap and stuff like that. Yeah. But before then, it's all just me. Chaos. It's all different fucking music, right?
That's the way to be.
It's mental. But the one thing that does get missed with the new streaming platforms is the listening experience of listening to an album.
Yeah, that's all I listen to.
Yeah,
I don't listen to individual songs.
You don't do that, do you? You have your CDs and stuff like that. This is like a few years now. If I put music on, it's an album. That's
I'm
amazing.
not putting like the 6th song
of an album on. Yeah,
I'm putting the first song of the album.
Yeah,
and I'm listening to the whole album.
That's amazing.
Or if I haven't got time, I'm just listening to like a quarter of the album, or whatever.
Do you ever
get the album on?
Do you ever get tempted to like join like one of those services like an Apple Music or Spotify and shit like
every now and again I sign up for Spotify.
Yeah.
And you know when I sign up again, I get the free trial. So I have all the free, and then it stops.
Yeah.
And then I delete it and then like give it another year and then sign up again and listen.
Yeah.
But even then I still listen to the album.
Yeah, all the way through.
The album.
That's amazing.
I never just go to like the top songs or whatever. Yeah. Always listen to the album no matter what.
I think that's great. I think that's what you need to do, isn't it?
I think that's how music should be. I think. Well, like the artist made that album like that.
Well, to be that whole collection.
Yeah. And I think it's pop music where it's about the single, getting the radio play for the single and all that shit. I think the album is where it's the true experience of the band.
Yeah, real music.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen now that the albums, because of streaming services, are becoming extremely long? Like we're talking 25 songs long.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because if you have more songs, you get more plays, and then you get more money from the music.
So you want a long album so everybody's listening to all the songs.
Because if you put in like a 9-song album, then you're not going to have as many plays as a 25-song album.
Yeah, it makes sense in a way.
But it ruins an album. Like the ones that were, big culprits for it was the Migos, like the 3-man rap group.
The Migos.
And they used to do they're on their last album, I think they had 25 songs. But they all sounded the fucking same.
Yeah, I get it.
Literally the same beat, everything.
They're just churning it out for
just churning the fucking shit out.
Yeah.
And it works, but It's changing the landscape of music.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Changing the landscape of music. I suppose there is genres where albums isn't really a thing.
Yeah.
Like dub.
Dub is not on there, yeah. No.
Or like, is reggae? I don't know.
Super Ape is one of my favourite albums, though, on dub.
Yeah.
By the Upsetters. Oh, my God. Or by the Fisherman by the Congos.
That's just like solid album.
But then,
like
you're right.
Classical music as well.
Well, yeah, that's different because that's like the 1800s. And, like, I don't think Thingy was thinking this 9-song album. Like Debussy sitting there going, need something to accompany this fur release.
Need to mix it together.
Because they were doing, it's like a symphony is an album.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? In a way.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is with that, theirs is all about the live music, isn't it? The performance.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, no one's getting their fucking Walkman out in the 1800s going, yo, bro, you listen to this new Beethoven.
Yeah, I'm immersed now.
Here's the fifth. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, bro, that is amazing. Who's done this shit? Oh, it's this new kid on the block. He's called fucking Beethoven.
Yeah.
Like, no one's doing that. So, yeah, everything is, obviously, if you're in fucking Vienna. Is it Vienna?
Yeah.
Or Venice.
Venice.
No, Vienna. It's probably Vienna. But fucking when they go in there and it's all about live music and
the show
and the show and the performance because the show accompanies the fucking symphony.
Yeah.
But it's obviously changed over the years. But like one of my favourites is Swan Lake to listen to.
Yeah.
But that's a performance.
That's a visual, isn't it?
That's it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess that is an album in a way.
What about classical music then?
Oh, classical music. Fuck, man. Ugh.
What you saying?
Oh, that...
I don't know that much people into classical music. I know a few. You're the most, I think, I know out of everybody into it.
I mean, I think it just... do you know what? I think everyone it does, it's just hard to listen to, like, naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody thinks, like, when they're on the drive, I'm going to stick fucking Requiem on. Mozart's Requiem. You know what I mean?
Well, my first channel on the radio set is Classic FM.
Classic.
And every car I get, I tune Classic FM first onto the radio.
I love that. I love the intro. Doom, doom, doom. Classic FM.
Classic.
Classic FM.
I think it's good when you're in the we always put, me and Matt after a gig, put classical music on.
Oh, it's great.
To wind us down from like fucking shredding.
Yeah.
I fucking sat with everybody all night, just driving home.
Yeah, there's
some classical music really does get you, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing better really. I think even I would like to see it from a musician point of view because there's so much going on in an orchestra, right?
Yeah. Oh god, that's it's all about like analysing music.
Oh,
I think with classical music, I think it's too much.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think you can properly analyse it.
No, you just gotta. Yeah, that's why
the only way you can listen to classical music is immerse yourself emotionally.
That's
into
true.
It.
I think my first run into it was in 2014-15, and I started listening to all the like somewhat generic ones like Debussy and
Clair de Lune,
Mozart, Beethoven, and then you get into Shostakovich and different ones like that. And I think that really helped broaden my music taste.
Yeah.
And I love it, man. I love it. My favourite one is Mozart's Requiem. That's just fucking mental.
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of.
Well, yeah.
It's Beethoven, isn't it?
Yeah,
that he listens to on that.
But yeah, it's similar, really dark, classical. But yeah, man.
Is that long?
Yeah.
Requiem?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But I've seen that live twice.
Yeah.
I used to go to the Philharmonic quite a bit, and I've seen that. I've seen Shostakovich's 11th. I've seen Beethoven's 5th.
That's so good. That
I've seen Mozart's 3rd. I've seen quite a few at this point, and they never fail to fucking hit you,
blast you.
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like people are probably listening going, "Oh, fuck off!" It's probably boring. It does get boring at points. Like if you go to a classical gig, get ready to yawn at some point because it fucking does, especially from a piano concerto. Like fucking, you just sit there and you go, "Fucking hell."
Well, the piano concertos I love for that reason.
Yeah.
Like, it does make you sleepy. It makes you like.
Well,
fucking...
there, you don't want it, but when you're sitting there,
Yeah, you don't.
and you're trying to stay awake, perfect when you're in bed and lying down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Class. I love Vivaldi's Four Seasons.
Oh yeah, that's the shit.
Gustav Holst's
Yeah.
The Planets.
Yeah.
The
Planets is great, man.
That's some parts in that really gives you
Unreal.
goosebump moments.
Unreal.
Franz Liszt, Fourth Symphony.
Yeah.
I love that. There's something dark about that one.
Yeah.
Karl Orff,
Yeah.
Carmina de Burana. You know what the funniest thing about that? If the people listening, they'll know Karl Orff's Carmina de. Well, I can't pronounce it. It's the famous dark.
Yeah.
Like, Google it. Listen.
We like the dark ones, don't we?
But that was he was a Nazi. And he wrote that when the Nazis were in power.
Oh my god!
And it really does, like, when you listen to that, you can imagine fucking Goebbels, Hitler,
my god,
round the table, planning the demise of a race of humans.
Oh my god,
really dark stuff.
That's depressing.
Going to war, like, you can picture that perfectly.
Yeah. Well, I think more people could listen to classical music. I mean, it's just. I don't know. It takes more time. And it takes more listenership to do it. I think.
You can't just have 5 minutes.
No.
You gotta.
No, once you delve into it, you gotta
sit there.
You gotta sit there and take it in. But oh my god, even over the past year in York, my landlord being a fucking classical musician, and her kids used to go to bed listening to fucking classical music, and
tasty dreams.
I know, right? And I couldn't, and I just, it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Yeah, I think that and reggae was the two, the dichotomy between the two is mad, but the two that really, really like
extremes there.
Yeah.
So the reggae.
Oh,
you're big onto your reggae.
Yeah. Well, me and Joel used to go in to HMV, right? And we used to spend hours by the speaker section blasting music, like Bob Marley and Barrington Levy.
Oh yeah,
and shit like that.
Do you ever listen to Ika Mouse? I went to watch him.
Did you?
In Manchester. He was good. He had like a feud with Bob Marley.
Really?
I think Bob Marley. It's recording feud.
Oh my god.
He was funny. Ika Mouse.
I'll have to listen to it.
Barrington Levy's good.
Oh yeah, Barrington Levy is fucking
Who
the
else
shit.
is there?
Oh my god, the Upsetters I really like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, should prepare the list.
And you're just blasting it at HMV.
Yeah, just blasting it at HMV, man. Yeah,
a load of this.
Yeah. So and like Run DMC, I remember we used to blast out as well. Just like, it's tricky. And imagine us in the back, 15 years old. Just
that's funny. That
Dita. Like, what the fuck was we thinking?
What's going on here?
But it's I mean, since then it's like it's been a part of my life for fucking years. But
I think, Charles, you should get back learning the piano.
Do you think so?
I think you should learn.
Oh, would it ruin it for me though?
I don't think so. I think it'd take a bit of time.
Yeah.
I think it'd take a bit of time to. Do you mean like ruining the experience for you? Listen.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't worry about that.
Okay.
That takes a long time. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think you should get back playing.
I think a lot of it, genuinely, a lot of it was ego for me.
Yeah.
My friends I saw, like, with, when you get to 15, 16, everyone starts picking up certain instruments and whatnot and joining a band, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Everybody has a little go, doesn't they?
Yeah, everyone has a go. Like, everyone wants to play Wonderwall at a fucking jam night. Do you know what I mean? And I did like playing the piano, but a big part of it was, for me, I found that it was just going to be my ego. Like, imagine if I could play this, if I found a piano somewhere and everyone would be looking, he can play the piano.
Wow, he's playing that.
Yeah, whoa. And I thought, that's not what what I wanted it to be, so I stopped playing.
I see, yeah.
And, maybe I just need to find maybe an instrument that does... Maybe the sax.
Oh, that's a
tough one.
Be like the guy off what's the vampire film? Oh, it's got fucking hell, the name's gone out of my head. Lost Boys.
Oh, the Lost.
The
Yeah,
sax
yeah,
guy
the
on the
sax
beach.
guy. Mate, Corey Feldman's doing gigs around America right now to about 5 people, right? And he's brung that fucking sax guy
He's
out
got
to
him.
do it. It's on TikTok everywhere. It's mental.
Wait, what does he look? Did he look similar to what he was like in the film? The sax guy,
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
he a
yeah.
bit different?
Yeah, no, he looks exactly the same with the ponytail and the vest, the leather
Wow.
vest.
It is a powerful instrument, the sax.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like, get a wind instrument, yeah, like a sax or clarinet, something like that. Do you like
Yeah.
Squidward?
Oh, I could. Yeah. Clarinet.
Flute's all right.
Maybe. Start off like a 5-year-old with a flute.
Yeah.
With a Bob the Builder flute or something. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to get my ego out the fucking way. I think I think a big part of the music for me was ego. Like once I started listening to it, I was like, fucking hell. You know, ego comes into it.
I think,
but-
ego. I think, especially I've seen from the lives, like playing music and bands and stuff, ego's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think it helps as well.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Like, naming no names, there's few people who have an ego in music, but they're doing good because of... Like, I know a few people who are doing good because they have that ego.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You need that bravado
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? This
at some point.
showmanship.
Yeah. And that comes from ego. But if I didn't want to do it for that, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And you don't, and you especially, do not have an ego when it comes to music. You don't have an ego at all, really, when it comes to certain things, right? But you're when it comes to music, you are just on another level, and you play it down all the time.
I don't know.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Because when we go into a jam night and Steve's there and fucking everybody else is like getting up on the jam night and fucking, I don't know, we've heard Sit Down, we've heard fucking Sweet Caroline,
Yeah.
and then you don't know that you're there and you could do this, you could blow them out the water with fucking everything, and then you could swat them,
Do both.
which is amazing. You blow them out the water with the guitar and then fucking swat the fuck out of them.
Leave him in the car park.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think like playing music. I view it more like I don't have that drive to be famous in it, and that's why I was trying to get you to be my manager.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Steve was asking me to be his manager in the car the other week. I was like, I couldn't be your manager.
I think you'd be perfect.
Oh man, thank you, but no way.
I just don't have the because like my metal band Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Like we've released a few songs and stuff, but it's purely there's no live music of it. It's all like we haven't played live. It's all online to listen to. And like I have no drive to play that live.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I just want to make that music and just give it to who wants to listen to it, and that's it.
That's the shit. I think that's great. Who needs to be famous to create music, right?
Yeah.
Do you really need millions of people to listen to your music to appreciate what you've done?
That's it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just give it to your mates.
If you appreciate your own music and your mates appreciate it, and that's enough for you, then why do you fucking need
What?
to be... do you ever picture yourself on fucking Coachella stage, fucking Glastonbury headliner, Steve or Reinhardt on the fucking headliner? Do you ever feel like, oh, that'd be sick?
I feel like it'd be good. Like, I was asking you to be my manager to play music because I was thinking, like, I do enjoy playing music though. You know, like the jam nights and playing with different people and just shredding and having a laugh. Like, I enjoy it from that side, and it's like there's only so much people I'm playing music with now. Like, I'm enjoying it, but I can enjoy it more if there's more people, more gigs. Not from like the being famous side, but being just purely just for having a laugh. That side, you know, like playing different music and shredding with different people. Yeah, like that's probably where at the moment, like my drive is. Not to be not for the fame or anything. No. But it would be good, actually.
That's cool. That's just what you want to do, though. You want to play music with other people.
Just have a laugh. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the meaning to life.
Have a laugh.
I think it is. I think
have a laugh.
I think it's when you get the giggles.
You always say that you love the giggles.
When you get the giggles, what is better? Like, people listening now, think back to a time, it could be in your science class in school or whatever, when you had the uncontrolled giggles with your mate.
Nothing better.
It's fucking
Nothing
magical,
better.
isn't it?
That's what you want.
I think that is the one of the things we should aspire to get.
Yeah.
Is get the giggles.
That's what we've defined life as that. Oh my God.
There's some depth for you.
I know there's some depth on the podcast for you.
Some silly depth
I
there.
know.
Some nonsense depth.
How long have we done, by the way?
Done an hour and a half.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what do you think?
It's up to you.
I think that's a good way to end it, to be honest.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Unless you've got more to talk about.
I'm happy there.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So, I don't know. We've talked about music.
Yes.
Talked about.
Well, we didn't list our favourite albums, did we? But I haven't got my list on my phone. I can't name them off the top of my head right now.
No, it'd be too much thinking.
Yeah. I think I've got like 50 running around there right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
It'd
this
be
has
bit
been a good
difficult.
talk. This.
Yeah.
I like this setup.
I think I like this setup too. I think it
Yeah.
works well. And then the reason why, ending the podcast like it just a tiny bit shorter, then you have the 2 hour, the 2.5 hour big ones, and then you don't get burnt out too much.
That's it.
That's what you
no
want.
pressure.
No pressure.
Easy load. Happy days.
Yeah.
The meaning to life is the giggles.
The giggles.
This was brought to you by Merdley Productions.